my word, y'all, it's gorgeous. I'm so sorry if some of y'all, a lot of y'all, are still in nasty weather. But I can't help telling y'all about how beautiful it is out here. And many, many times I've had people say, why do you live where it's so expensive? Well, you know what, y'all? This is the biggest reason right here. I need sunshine. I just do. But anyway, what I'm going to do, a couple of y'all have asked me, and we do have some new people in our community. So I'm going to do just a little series on how I ended up living in my car, and then how I ended up living in a van, and then finally how I got blessed with the little blue cottage. Now, just a little background. And when Sam was about 8, maybe 10, somewhere in there, he was playing baseball. And we used to have to go, you know, to different schools and different towns on baseball fields. And so we went this one Saturday to this field that we'd never been to before. And so it was our day to take the treats for the team. So my husband went ahead and went to get Sam settled, and he was a catcher, so he had a lot of stuff to put on. And I was bringing the treats. Well, I was walking behind this dugout, and it was like a path, and then there was a drop-off into this gully. Well, the path was paved with pea gravel. And yes, I know, it's very slippery. So, of course, I wasn't watching where I was going, and my feet went out from underneath me. I sat down hard on my tailbone and slid down in the gully. Well, a couple of the parents saw me go down, and of course they jumped up and ran over, and they helped me to get up that little hill out of the gully. Well, yeah, my tailbone, you know, I hurt a little bit, but it was no big deal. But by the time the game was over, I was hurting so bad I could hardly walk back to the truck. That's when my back problems started. It took me, I didn't go to the doctor, of course, and then finally, I don't know, it was a month later or something, and my husband kept saying, you better go get that checked out, because I was just mincing around and, you know, not being able to move very well. And I kept thinking, well, you know, that's got to heal a little bit. It's going to take some time. Finally, I went and I got some x-rays, and I had fractured one of the bones low down. I don't know what the number of it was or anything. So the doctor made me use crutches, and he said, you're going to need to be on these crutches for about 6 weeks. Well, I'm telling y'all, that was so painful. But it finally, you know, healed, and I felt like I was better. But I noticed after that, whenever I would do some things that were really strenuous, my lower back would hurt. So then I'd have to ease up a little bit. So that was basically the beginning of my back problems. Now, later on, I found out that I had arthritis I had osteoporosis and some stenosis. I think it's stenosis in my back. So as the years went on, the problems got worse. And then I got problems with my sciatica. Now, y'all, that was worse than any of them. I had physical therapy. I went to a chiropractor. I took medication. I took muscle relaxers. Just everything. That man is taking a leak on the side of the road, I do believe. Anyway, one of the few times that I would like to be a man. But, so that's how my back problems came to be, and they progressed. Now, I was working for a nonprofit, and I started in 2008. And I started working part-time, and my husband and I had separated in Washington, and we both moved back here to California. So the sciatic started getting pretty bad when I was working, and occasionally it would be so bad on my right side that my right leg would just go out from underneath me. It was like somebody had kicked my leg out from underneath me, and I would fall to my knees. And I remember one time, one of the gals had an office, and all our offices had big windows in them. And she saw me fall down, and she screamed, and she ran out of her office to help me get up. Well, of course, that alerted a bunch of other people. But it was just, if any of you guys had ever experienced sciatica, that can be so painful, and it can cause you to have one of your legs go right out from underneath you. And also, another thing that happens is I get very numb and tingly. Like, you know how your arm gets if you sleep on it, and then your arm goes to sleep, and it's like really tingly and it hurts. Well, that's how it happens sometimes. So that was part of what led me to be on disability. But it was a while after that before I ever applied. So, I lost my job at the nonprofit. We lost a grant that paid the salary for 3 of us. So in 2 weeks, we had no job, no benefits. There's a little bit more to that, but I'm not going to go into that right now. However, I filed for unemployment, and I got it. And of course, it was quite a bit less than what my salary was. And I was living in a little studio in Escondido. I loved my little studio. I've put pictures here on my channel of it before. And I loved the people that I was renting from. They lowered my rent $200 for me, because they didn't want me to have to move. I was a very good renter. That was the yard I landscaped. But I felt really guilty about them lowering the rent. And also, I knew my unemployment was not going to last forever. So I called a girlfriend of mine out in Texas, Maureen, And I talked to her, and she said, sure, come on out here and stay with me. Now, I thought that because of 17 years in property management, it would be a piece of cake for me to get another job. Well, surprise, surprise. Because I had gotten a high salary, around $60,000 a year, and because of my age, I could not get a job. I couldn't. And then my friend and I had a parting of ways. So I moved into my car. Now, fortunately, my car was paid for, and it was not a tiny car. It was a Hyundai XG350, which was their larger model. Now, I was in Houston, Texas, and let me tell you, that winter was cold. It was cold, it was snowy, it was rainy, and it was very windy. Now, I'm going to end this video right here because I don't want these to be really, really long. So in the next video, I'll tell you how I managed to live in my car and the things I learned and things I wish I had known. So anyway, y'all, I hope you do something fun today, and I'll talk to you later. Bye now.